This ain't your mom's Angel. This is Angel Nova. Brand new. It hasn't even made it here to the States yet. When is it coming? When is it going to be released? I ordered it from the... Is it Europe? Somewhere in Europe, not UK. It's here, and I'm playing around with it, wearing it, testing it out. Yes, it is a woman's fragrance, and I'm doing a ladies' or women's targeted fragrance review for you today. I know a lot of you ladies are asking me to do more. So here it is, Angel Nova review coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. I'm a fan of Mugler. I had to review this one. This is such an iconic fragrance. This is a historic fragrance, groundbreaking fragrance when it came out in 1992. So almost 30 years later, we have Angel Nova under L'Oreal. I don't know what group this was under, probably just Mugler on its own, but it's been with Clarins for a long time, but until earlier last year when Mugler or Clarins sold Mugler to L'Oreal. So this is the very first launch, I think, under L'Oreal for Mugler, and I've got all the scoop for you here in this particular video. I'm going to get to the review, but before I get to it, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. I just want to reiterate, this is a very iconic fragrance. Angel came out in 1992, created by Olivier Cresp. Has a lot of meaning for me. It has one of the most amazing and sexiest trails. I just love it. But when I'm comparing it to this... Okay, this is Angel Nova, a 2020 launch, not available in the States yet. I don't know when it's coming, as I said, probably next year. It is at the end of the year, and I don't think they'll release a new fragrance, you know, just before, like, 3-4 weeks before the holidays. Perfumers are Louise Turner, Quentin Bisch, Sonia Constant. I would call this a fruity floral fragrance. I was noticing online that it said it was an Oriental floral. I don't get much Oriental with this one. It's mostly a fruity floral fragrance. Now, as far as prices go, as I said, I ordered it from Europe. There's 4 different sizes, or 3 different sizes plus a refill. 30 ml, 63 euros. 50 ml, 90 euros. 100 ml, 123 euros. Plus 100 ml refill is 99 euros. And the notes for this one are raspberry, lychee, the top notes. It has damask rose in the heart. Finally, in the base notes, it's got Akigalawood and benzoin. Not a lot of notes listed for this one. Not like when fragrances used to be released, you know, 20-30 years ago when they would just listed a ton of notes. Only 6 notes listed for this one. Angel, the original, has tons of notes listed. Now, I want to also let you know what Akigalawood is. It's a Givaudan creation, and when a perfume uses a synthetic note that's a creation by a house like Givaudan or IFF or Firmenich, usually the perfumers are under that wing. So I know that Quentin Bisch is under Givaudan. I wasn't aware that Louise Turner and Sonia Constant were, so they're all under Givaudan. And Akigalawood is created by Givaudan and is a perfume note that smells woody, spicy, and floral, and a bit like patchouli. Isn't patchouli supposed to be the note that really, dominates this particular fragrance? It does, but here I don't get much patchouli, not at all. I mean. Alright, let me tell you what happens with this one. For me, this is ultra fruity fragrance. I don't even get a lot of rose. In fact, the rose is more of a fruity rose. So it just brings out the fruitiness of the fragrance even further, because there's rose fragrances and there's fruity fragrances. This is a fruity fragrance, even though I would call it a fruity floral. It's just the fruitiest of the roses, because it just really doesn't smell like too much of roses. Maybe a little bit of rose jam, fruity rose jam, mixed in with, strawberries or something, in this case raspberries. Or maybe even like a rose drink, but it's just not very strong. It's not like you're wearing a rose perfume. You're mostly wearing a raspberry perfume with lychees. That's what I'm getting with this one. So it starts off with a big raspberry blast along with lychee fruits, and this is basically what this fragrance is all about. It's a fruity floral. But you know what? The fruitiness of the raspberry and lychee lasts throughout the heart as well. That's why I'm saying that this particular rose is a fruity rose. Whatever they've done to this rose, all the facets, the fruitiest facets have been brought out further. Even though they claim it's damask rose, I think it's more of a, like I say, a fruity rose. And so I don't get a full-on rosy experience. But by the time the fragrance is dried down to where we're getting to this Akigalawood and Benzoin, I'm still getting a lot of fruits and a lot of, you know, the lychee fruit with this one, the raspberry and the lychee fruit. And it's like a little bit of a light, like a dabble in Akigalawood, which, you know, is supposed to smell like this patchouli-esque, spicy, woody, slight floral touch kind of a note. And I don't get much benzoin with this one either. So I'm sounding negative. Let me just tell you some more details. So I think this is, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is not your mom's angel. This is definitely mom, daughter, and daughter angel. You know, 30 years later almost, they've launched this, and they're targeting a certain demographic. I think this is a late teens, early 20s style of a fragrance, personally. It doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance, because I like what I'm smelling, but it's definitely not this. Definitely not. And I can see this might be a little tired. A lot of people hate it. It's kind of polarizing, but it's also a very popular fragrance, I think. This is much more mass appealing. A lot more mass appealing. And very, very young. Ultra young. So I don't know what age range you are. If you're perhaps in the 50s and 60s, maybe even 70s, it might be a little too young for you. But I'm just saying, it doesn't really smell bad. It smells good, actually. To me, my entire wearing experience is more like a raspberry cough syrup or something. It has very like syrupy qualities, lots of fruitiness. It's just the raspberries just totally take over and dominate. It's just like the fruit punch, the fruit syrup or the cough syrup that's just like, you know, hitting your face. There's a bitterness about it, but also lots of sweetness about it, because when you're taking or drinking a cough syrup, especially like a cherry cough syrup, you get this bitterness and you also get the fruitiness, and it's like almost artificial, and you kind of get that here with this one as well. It's slightly artificial. I just think the raspberry cough syrup is just the right kind of explanation for this one. There's a light booziness in here, just a fruit booze kind of a thing. But it's just like a cough syrup, and it's not a bad thing, you know. I feel like it's a good thing, and it's very, very young, appealing. It's just is that what they're trying to target now? The younger people with this angel name. It's such an iconic fragrance, Angel. I think they should not have called this Angel Nova, because we're so far away from anything related to this fragrance. It's just like so far, miles apart, miles apart. Only thing they pretty much share is the star look. That's it. Nothing else. Everything else is completely different. I mean, there are fruity touches in here. I think there are fruity touches. Lots of patchouli in this one, and I'm not getting a lot of patchouli with this one. And Akigalawood is not your beefy kind of fragrance note. It's just a very subdued kind of a base to me. The base is just like non-existent. And when I think about this non-existence part of the fragrance, and I feel like, is this really finished? Did they rush this through to get it out during a pandemic where, you know, we were locked down for several months, and they released this at the end of the summer, and did it just not get the finishing touch? I don't know. I can't really tell you what happened, but it's definitely not Angel. One other thing I want to mention, this is known for the trail, as I was saying earlier. It's got a major trail. It's also pretty loud, I mean, for what it is, and it used to be a lot louder when it first came out. I think with its reformulations, it's kind of gotten thinner, but I think you still get that trail with this one. It's just a patchouli, and I keep mentioning that. The patchouli trail is amazing. Even though everything else about the fragrance can be dried up and, you know, fizzled away, that patchouli still lingers on. I don't get that with this one. In fact, it's a subtle experience. It just doesn't have its angel-like qualities that the original Angel had or still has to this day. Now, I don't want to keep comparing it to Angel, but when you call a fragrance Angel Nova, what am I going to do? Compare it to the original Angel. So that's what I'm doing with this video, is just comparing it to that. And again, I'll reiterate, the fragrance doesn't smell bad. It does smell great. I like the fruity qualities. I really do enjoy it. But it really is not Angel. Once again, it's not. And to call it, I feel like Mugler as a house, I don't know what they've done currently with their fashion. I know the original Mugler is no longer designing, or at least he's come and gone. It's a new designer, and that their fashions are not like, not a lot of people talk about it, for one. And I think pretty much what Mugler as a design house is known for is their fragrances, because they seem to be popular, at least at some places they seem to be. But they're pretty much known for Angel, I think. Not even Amen. I don't think Amen has that lasting power to this day. I think their probably biggest seller is this fragrance right here. So they're capitalizing on this fragrance by calling this Angel Nova, and it has nothing to do with Angel at all whatsoever. And it is very, very young. And if you are at a store once this gets its release, if you're not in Europe where it's currently selling, I looked up prices on Sephora.fr in France, and that's where the prices came from. If you're thinking you're going to get anything like this, you're not going to get anything like this. I'm just warning you now. But it really is young. I mean, I've gotten my sister's kids into perfumes and fragrances, and the daughter is around 10. I can actually see her wearing this. It's pretty young. It smells very young, and because of the fruitiness about it, I just leans very, very young, and also very girly. It's a very girly smell to me. And I wish I got more rose, and I wish I got more patchouli. It feels like that it is just not a complete fragrance. If I did get a little patchouli at the end, when it's dried down, because by the time it's dried down, it's just not much there, but still the raspberry fruitiness just dominates. It's like mostly about raspberry, and as I said, the cough syrup like qualities, raspberry cough syrup like qualities come in with this one quite a bit. I want to also mention one more thing going to this fragrance, Angel Muse. When this came out, it was created by one of the perfumers of this one. It was created by Quentin Bisch. This is actually a great fragrance. It still has like the DNA of this one in here. When you smell it, you can pick it up totally in there. And I think they've just completely gone so far away from what Angel is smelling like, and they've given us just a brand new fragrance. The only thing that they're giving us that's similar to Angel is the name and the bottle. That's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know what you think about Angel Nova if you've already smelled it. Let me know what you think about the original Angel from 1992. And let me know what you think about this one. I think it came out in 2014 or 2015, somewhere, maybe 2016 even. It's not even that old. So let me know let me know what you think about Angel Muse. Now, I've given both of these to my mom. I won't be giving this one to her. I don't think she's gonna like it. It is just very fruity. She's loved this one from day one. She's complained about this one. She says it's a little light, it disappears too fast. I know she likes beast mode. But, as a smell, it smells great. And this actually, to me, is a little also unisex. Like, it's not ultra feminine. Even though this, I feel like there are unisex qualities, it still leans feminine. This one, to me, because it has a vetiver note in the base, I feel like it's kind of very unisex to me. It has that hazelnut whipped cream note. I love it. It smells great. But yeah, I can see why my mom thinks it doesn't last. It's not the longest lasting. It lasts, but it's a little more of a faster disappearing fragrance. I think the patchouli in here is not as prominent as it is in here. That's why this really does linger on, even though it's gone reformulations. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the new Angel Nova from Mugler under L'Oreal. Let's see what Mugler is going to give us for the men now. I'm curious what they're going to give us now that they are under L'Oreal. I mean, Alien Man don't think really took off. In fact, Alien Man by itself is decent. The two flankers after that were just flops. So let's see if they're going to give us something new. I'm hoping that they're going to give us Eau De Parfum versions of Pure Malt, Pure Havane, perhaps, and maybe Pure Tonka. Those are really, really nice fragrances. Even the original Amen, I would be up for it. Let's see what they do. Hopefully something nice. But from the looks of this particular fragrance, I think they are going to go young. I think they're definitely going to target young, and that's what they're trying to do with this one. It is a very, very young fragrance. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Let me know if you've sampled this. Let me know if you like it, if you hate it. Again, I'll say it again. I think I've said it like 3-4 times already. I don't hate the fragrance. It smells nice. I mean, it's very fruity. It just definitely is not Angel. But let me know if you're a fan of the original Angel, Angel Muse. What do you think of the whole house of Mugler? What are your thoughts about the whole changeover from Clarins group to L'Oreal? One other thing I want to mention, Clarins also owned Azzaro fragrances. So let's see what Azzaro is going to do under L'Oreal. We haven't seen anything new from them, so we shall see. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Have a good one. Goodbye. Oh, if you haven't yet, please do like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. I do want to say one more thing. Those of you that are men, are you up for me doing more feminine or ladies leaning or women's leaning fragrances? And those of you that are women, do you like to see more feminine leaning fragrances that are reviewed on the channel? I don't have too many in my collection. I generally mix them in with all my other fragrances, men's, unisex, and feminine. But I can, you know, start acquiring more feminine fragrance. In fact, that's what I did with this one. I wanted to get it and see what it's all about, especially the fact that it's not here yet, but it was selling in Europe, and I was excited, and that's what I'm doing. But let me know if you'd like to see any feminine fragrance reviews. Let me know which fragrances you want me to review. I'm not the biggest fan of these kind of fragrances. You know, I like my classics. I like my more, you know, bigger fragrances, but you know, I'm happy to review something that's from one of my favorite brands like Mugler. So put some comments down so I can find out.